I think I'm a professional amateur is because I didn't go to school for this shit. You didn't either.
Yeah,
we didn't get certified to like the fact that I can go to a client and demand for like a budget to make something.
Yeah.
I don't have any certification that backs that up.
But then technically you are certified.
How?
Certified by your work.
Oh, bars. It sounded like something funny because it was like a synonym for pussy, which is box. And then I was like, that's kind of a weird name for a song. That's what I thought. That's what.
But it is.
That's what he's trying to say,
it's
right?
It's about the box. Yeah.
The box.
Yeah. But no. Because then he was talking about. I think the box is like everything, like money and like getting money and.
That's the box.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like in sense of like, it's where everything is, right? Like, he's getting everything in the box.
What?
Putting out in the box.
So the box is a metaphor for everything in life. Is that what you're saying?
I got something. I got it in the box. Got to put the stick in the box.
No one knows the lyrics. In the box.
No, I'm trying to think of it.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot.
Yeah.
Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT.
Yeah.
Busting all the bales out the box. I just had a lick with the box.
Yeah.
How to put the stick in a box.
So that's what I'm saying. He is
saying there's different things.
Yeah. So it can be like anything.
I had to put the stick in a box?
Would make sense.
That must be sexual.
Not really.
Oh.
It could be a double.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh.
Stick is like that and the box
and then
is that.
Box is that. And then but like had to put the stick in a box as well. It could be the gun putting it away in a case.
Oh right, of course. Yeah.
So that's crazy. So
busting all the bales out the box? What does that mean?
Busting out the bales out the box. Busting out the bales out the box. Busting out the bales.
I think that's money.
No. I know. No. That means
what does it mean?
That means getting all his guys out of jail.
Ooh, yeah, busting all the bales out the bales? Christian bales?
Bail. You have to post bail.
Ooh.
Busting out the bales out the box.
Busting out the bales at the box. I just had a lick with the box. Lick is LCBO, no?
Yeah. No.
That's for us.
Oh my god.
that's for us.
Lick is killing someone, no?
Yeah. No. Lick. Lick.
Is your mouth?
No. Lick actually learned from King Von Dying because like lick is basically when you go and you rob someone else that does what you do. Like basically robbing someone that sells drugs as well. Instead of like robbing someone random, like a person.
So if I rob a filmmaker,
that's a lick. That's a lick.
If I rob you, that's a lick with the box. That's hilarious.
Yeah. A lick is like going against the same, like someone that is taken away from you, basically.
Someone who's like also like the party. They're getting money from like your potential consumers.
Yeah, It's like that's why you have your block and you don't go on the block.
So much,
yeah. That's cool.
You're taking my potential consumers, so I'm gonna
hit a lick.
Hit the lick with the box.
Hit the lick with the box.
Give me one second.
I'm about to hit the lick with the box. Gotta put the stick in the box. Pour out your whole damn.
Okay.
Soul. I'm gonna get lazy.
Just hit a lick with the box. Rap Genius says in this line, the specific box Roddy refers to is the detachable box magazine of a firearm and its use in a robbery.
Yeah.
So you were completely wrong.
No, what do you mean? Wait. Yeah, but it's a lick. Well, it's a lick. That's what the lick is.
No, but the box is that. The box is the magazine, no?
Had to put the stick in the box.
Had to hit the lick with a box.
Yeah.
So the box in that is the magazine. I guess you're saying lick is like the robbery.
And then the box is I
think that's the most we can. I don't know what else I can talk about about the box, but
we're recording. That's sick. That's sick. I just saw the red light.
Yeah. Our struggles of figuring that shit out is all on camera.
Oh man. Everyone's gonna know.
All right, welcome to the episode of Professional Amateurs.
That's the name?
Yeah, Professional Amateurs. That sounds so unprofessional. That's such a professional amateur move that I told you to come to my podcast, and I didn't tell you what the name was. I just show up.
Professional Amateurs.
Professional Amateurs. Because let's be honest.
I said that before.
I'm sure there's a quote.
Yeah, no. I mean, like you said the name before, and I've heard it. Professional amateurs, yeah.
But,
I think the idea of it.
Is there such thing as like the pro-am games? Is that what the fuck?
Professional amateurs,
that's right? That's what it is? Pro-am games is professional amateurs?
Yeah.
Because to me, professional amateurs make so much sense because of the fact that we're all like acting like professionals in this industry, which I think your whole life you feel like a.
But what makes you a professional? Like, is it time? Like, is it experience?
Are you trying to transition into the topic?
Not really.
I'm actually trying to be smooth with it.
No, I'm actually like
do you need 10,000 hours to be professional?
No, but then I actually thought of it just now as you're saying that. Like, what makes you a professional? Does it make you like if you understand something to like the T? Like, for instance, if I know something about lighting, am I a professional at lighting? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can go into a room and then
like at what point do you become professional?
Yeah, like do you have to be tenured or like do you know?
Okay, so that's the thing, right? There's a stigma, I feel. No, not stigma, sorry, but there's a new way of looking at the word professional now because anyone can say they're professional. I've had people who aren't great at what they do call themselves professionals. And I've had people who are amazing who are like, I'm still learning, I'm still figuring it out. It's like it's a label that you put on yourself, I feel, to be honest with you. I don't know if there's an exact definition anymore. You know what I'm trying to say?
But you know how like back then to become a professional, you had to get back like in the day, like 1950.
You're like 2004.
No, like, and like to be honest, even right now, like when you get like a certificate or some sort of diploma or something, right?
Like certified.
Like so after you get certified by society.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think that's why it makes sense for our field to call it like I think I'm a professional amateur because I didn't go to school for this shit. You didn't either.
Yeah,
we didn't get certified to like the fact that I can go to a client and demand for like a budget to make something. Yeah. I don't have any certification that backs that up.
But then technically you are certified.
How?
Certified by your work.
Oh, bars. I like that.
But it is, right?
No,
like
you're right.
if you think about it, that's our certificate. That's our paper.
But again, like, and I was trying to like that's the new way of doing it because now you get certified by your work. But again, I think that there's certain fields you can do that in. I think our field, you can't be a doctor without a degree and then be like, I did a surgery.
I always say that.
How did you do a surgery? Like imagine a doctor in the same situation. I don't want to go to medical school. I'm gonna figure out myself. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like surgery and shit without like any like supervision.
But you tell me this: if, for instance, right, I'm a doctor and I did like test on.
Wow, I can't even imagine that, but okay.
Wow.
Imagine that like
that would be weird as fuck. No, but let's say I'm a doctor, right? And I've done this like multiple times, but on the lows, like no one knows really. I've been treating like animals or even like humans, but in like what like he's like
you're a mad scientist at that point.
Not really. Like think about it. In Africa and stuff like that, a lot of these doctors and stuff like that, they don't actually get certificates. Like
you don't think so?
No, I mean like in certain places.
Like third world countries.
Yeah, let's say like they do like the natural remedies and stuff like that, right? Like those guys that are like
what's it called? Homeopathia.
Homeopathy?
I swear that's the word. Homeopathia?
Which doctors?
Natural remedies, like remedies.
Holistic.
Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
actually,
why we have them there.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Thank you.
Our English not good. English not very
good. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, holistic doctors, like basically a lot of them, they don't have like certificates and stuff like that, right? But like let's say 10 years down the line, they've been doing it for so long that everyone in that village trusts them.
You see them as professionals.
You see them as professional, a holistic doctor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess basically the first world country has created a societal norm. To be like, you have to have a certification. Because even in the film industry, if you don't have certain certifications, you can't do certain things. Where I'm like, I'm pretty sure if this guy just figured it out himself, he could have pulled it off.
Exactly. But then also with doctors, right? They don't do it 100% of the time. Like, you still die sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to fix you.
Your field goal percentage isn't like 100.
It's not like 100. Yeah. So it's like.
First of all, dude, that's what's crazy. I like the fact that we give them so much trust with our lives.
Yeah.
And you're right. I was telling my friend about that. At the end of the day, they're just like a different type of mechanic.
Exactly. You know? No, 100%.
They could totally, like, they're giving you confidence, but they could be in there being like imagine how we feel on set where we're like all confident. Like imagine that version.
And then you at the end of it, it's like
you're talking to the client. You're like, yeah, no, totally, we'll do this and stuff. And then you're like, oh my god, fuck.
At the end of the shoot,
and then imagine a doctor feeling that way. He's like, yeah, I can take your pancreas. What is pancreas?
Pancreatic.
More English. How do you do it?
Your pancreas.
What?
Pancreas?
Pancreas?
Yeah,
sure.
pancreas. Pancreatic
cancer. Involved out here, man.
I don't know why you guys are looking for me for
English.
We're just
not even just pronunciation.
Yeah.
Imagine he's like, yeah, I'll take your pancreas out. And then he's in the surgery room like, oh my god.
What I do? What I do?
I'm sure they have moments of uncertainty.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of scary.
Because then you say that, and then what makes you professional about that? Is it like the time of you studying all the books and shit?
Well, that's where it's like, and going back to like making it talk about like all society and shit, but it's like society gives us this outline of like for medical school. For example, that's the outline. It's like you can't do it in a year or 2 years. You need 8 years of thing. Then you need 4 years of
like why?
Which honestly, man, I mean, I didn't think this episode would become about this shit, but it's like, I mean, that's kind of I don't know. Okay, I've never gone into like a crazy academic field. Like, after university, I was like, I'm done with school forever, right? I haven't taken science since grade 10. Like I've been that guy, right?
Same.
But it's so I can't really judge. Like I want to start with that because I don't want to act like I know my shit.
Yeah.
But I bet you, bro, there's a way to become a doctor quicker. and for cheaper.
Yeah,
and without
exactly.
spending like
but I mean,
$500,000 on-
especially now, like like in today's age, like it's
especially now
so
what-
it's easier to become like a doctor, like in the sense of like you don't have to go through that whole BS
you
process.
do.
No, I'm saying like if you didn't want to.
Oh.
Like if there was
you
no
still have to.
no if you didn't have to, if you didn't have to, there's ways
There's
that,
ways
like,
to. But you're
easily.
saying that we're smarter now. I'm sure we can.
We're
teach
smarter, but then also there's so much more resources
Yeah,
for you
yeah.
to like go out and say, you know.
Hey, oh my God, it's like the NCAA, the fucking medical world, because it's like it's like they're telling you like no, you have to do this, and then they make money off it, and then doctors eventually make money back and they're living good lives, but dude.
But then they put you through so much for you to go, you know what I'm saying? Like
which okay, devil's advocate.
Maybe makes it a standard. It makes it a standard. Like that way, like
not anyone can become a doctor.
Exactly.
Also, but also, isn't it good to have a lot of doctors? Like it's like,
it is. But then I mean,
but you don't want like any fucking schmo.
Exactly.
It's like,
and it's also reputation. It's like a lawyer or real estate. Like
you wait 8 years or
8 years. Like you sell.
Do you just compare real estate with doctor?
Well, yeah, because I'm like, if after 10 years, right? After me selling houses every year for like 10 years, or even not 10 years, 5 years, but I've sold like 1 million up to 2 million and 3 million up to like 10 million and
total.
No, like every time I'm selling a house that's way more, my reputation is building there, right? So now like every doctor, every like patient wants to come to me for maybe advice or like this or that. Like I'm saying, like if a doctor now, it's the same thing as like a doctor and a real estate.
How a realtor? I don't get the comparison.
Okay, let me slow it down. So a realtor.
Do you get what you're saying?
I do. I do. Because a realtor, so there's a realtor and a doctor, right? Okay. A doctor, after 10 years, he's like, okay, well, I've saved like tens of thousands of people or whatever, like 100 people. Let's say 100, right? And a realtor, he's sold.
These numbers are so like just.
I know. I said
10,000 lives and in 10 years.
I said 10,000, then I was like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Is this Superman? So 100 people. Is it 100 people? he saved 100 people, and then a realtor now has sold like at least like
100 houses.
No, at least $1 billion worth of houses.
Okay, I don't know. Okay.
$1 billion worth of houses.
I don't know what the chart is.
No,
here,
because the chart is basically saying that you're trusted more like the longer you've done it.
Okay, but my whole thing is, would you bringing that up? Are you trying to say that a doctor who's done 8 years of medical school, is that what you're saying? That
yeah, exactly. Like if I did 8 years of medical school, like compared to like a guy that just came out of like
college and became a doctor.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't want to go to him, like compared to like that.
But okay, sorry, we're really going off point. But because what I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make is like, and I'm trying to tie it into like us in a way, is like. Yeah, you're right. 8 years sounds better.
Yeah.
8 years. Oh my God, you went to school for 8 years. That's great.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, and like what you were kind of touching upon is like the resources we have and how like the resources. Let's just use that word we have right now. I feel the same amount of information you give someone in 8 years, same amount of experience even, because you don't even do that much experiential stuff or things in medical school right away. You have to wait to get like this much studies, this much books, and then that.
It's like a secret.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they keep it from you?
Yeah, I think in 4 years you could do it, man. And again, I'm talking out of my ass. I totally get it.
No, but then
if you could do that, why not? Because 8 sounds better, but also 4 years less money this guy spent, and now we have more doctors available at our for access for us. It's like why not? You know what I'm saying? So. Because I look at it like us. Like, I feel like there was a stigma in our industry. And I feel like even when I wanted to get into film, I was kind of worried. I'm like, I can't go to film school. 10 years, like, but no, I got to go to film school. I got to do these courses and all this shit. But at the end of the day,
that's... network with all these
that stigma's kind of bullshit. You don't need to go to film school to be a great filmmaker. You know, a great cinematographer, gaffer.
Again,
Ivan, dude. Yeah. Ivan's a crazy gaffer. And I don't think he went to any... Well, Ivan is different. Shit.
No, I mean...
Wait. He did what?
He went to school.
For film?
For film, yeah.
What the okay, that's the whole point. You don't even know if he went to film school.
No, he did.
He did not go to film school, bro.
100%.
He did not go to film school. He did not go to film school.
100% he did.
I would have heard about it. I've talked to him enough times.
100%.
Dude, 100% he did not go to film school.
I can promise you because that's where that's where meeting a lot of those guys were.
Oh, like Anton and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? How about this?
I think
you're both.
No. Actually, no. I take that back because he actually is 26, and so Anton is like 20. But I'm telling you, he did go to film school.
Okay, so now he didn't go to film school.
He did go to film school.
He didn't go to film school.
100%.
Okay, I'll bet you Chicken on the Rocks. He didn't go to film school.
So where did he go?
He didn't go to film school. I don't know where the fuck he went.
He went to film school.
Okay, we'll find out.
Check it on the rocks. Check it on the rocks. All right, bet.
I'll text him right now.
Okay,
besides film school.
Yes.
I was gonna say, man. So, even if he did though.
Yeah.
Like even Anton.
Yeah.
Do you think he completed film school?
No, none of these guys.
Okay.
None of these guys.
So you know what? You don't.
But a lot of them, I just don't want to talk on here about it. But like a lot of them have to.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, we can't talk about that shit. We can't talk about that shit.
Yeah.
But
so a lot of them are forced.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying he went to film school, because like that's the only other thing. Like, you know, it's not like he did like business and then came into this.
Okay, my whole
world.
point, which you totally ruined without even knowing.
Sorry.
You know, but it's like if you ruined it with a fact, then sure. But you don't even know if you went to film school.
I'm
so
95%
totally,
sure.
Shut the fuck up.
Because the conversation was brought up before.
Okay, and he said he went to film school.
It was like with the Russians.
That sounds like a code word for like he went to film school with the Russians. You know what I'm saying? Wait, what does that mean?
The KGB made him do it. You go.
No, I'm saying, man, like I say the Russians, but it's like David and all the guys.
Even all the
like,
propaganda shit. KGB.
Oh my god.
That's film school in Russia.
This is
I'm
the
kidding.
one thing that
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding, guys.
Guys, we might have to cut this whole piece out. 100%.
Let's screw that, man.
Oh my god, we're done.
It's unfiltered, raw. We're here.
Unfiltered, professional amateurs.
But also, we're just kidding, though. We're joking. We're not being real.
Okay,
my
cool.
Whole point
back. Yes, I apologize.
Okay, my whole point is this.
Yes.
There is a stigma that you have to go to school for certain things.
Exactly.
And so I'll go beyond. So yeah, film I think is one of those. Music I think is one of those because you can be talented, and I get you need experience and you need to learn.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no to that.
Yeah, of course.
I think learning by making a film is better than learning by going to school for it, and that's just a personal perspective. I know you agree with that.
No, 100%.
A lot of people I've met that have gone to film school agree with that. I'm not saying film school is not good because you still make connections. So there are also people who made it.
That's literally the main reason, though. But a lot of people go to film school now.
You meet a producer, you meet a director, you're a writer. You're like, oh, now I have a team. I totally see the benefits of it.
Yeah.
I don't see the benefit of spending that much money into it because then I'd spend money on a camera and on a passion project. I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, right?
I think it's like a lot of people exploring their talents as well, like going to film school. Like they don't know what they want to do.
Yeah, and I get that part too.
Like films, and
I think if you want to be a director and you're really set on that, I think then it's like doesn't make too much sense. Except for the connections. But if you're in and you're like, I want to be in the film world, but I don't know what I want to do. Yes. Okay. Sure. Makes sense.
Okay.
It makes more sense. I still think you should just go on set. Come to our set. Work with ink.
Exactly.
And you'll learn.
Exactly.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I kind of see it, right? And I'm just saying, like, yeah. So that's one field, right? And I get that, and I can say that kind of confidently because I'm a bit in this field and all that stuff. Now, I was telling my brother that one time too because he has 3 daughters.
Yeah.
And everything good? Oh, when you look at the shit like that, you scare me a little bit.
I just want it closer to me.
You want me closer to you?
Whoa. Guys, come on. Guys.
All right. What was I gonna say, man?
No, your
my
brother
has 3 daughters.
3 daughters, yeah.
Okay, so I was telling him like they were bringing up school and stuff, and we're talking about like how degree. Like I went to school, I spent like a certain amount of money on this degree basically to buy because I did the work, but I didn't really.
You literally just bought a paper.
I haven't used a piece of paper. That's like the whole saying. You paid this money, like $40,000 to buy a piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
And I get it, man. I can say that and I can feel like that because my field is different. I didn't need my 100%. Degree. So I make that joke and he laughs, but then he's like, yo, don't fucking say that in front of Sonia, like, my daughter, right? Because he's like, she wants to be an optometrist, for example, right? So I'm like, yeah, I get it. I will say it to her because she needs school. She wants to be an optometrist, for example, which is the weirdest. It's such a like safety.
Wait, but how old is
profession? She's like 14 and that's what she wants to be. But I get it. Why? Because when I was younger too, I was like, oh, what are the safe options? Like, I was thinking accountant at one point. I'm like, I'm going to be an accountant because this way, like, it's safe. I make good money and I can have a family and all that stuff. Obviously, when you grow older, maybe she'll change her mind by the time she's 18 or when she gets even into.
But when she realizes like how all industries are, right, and then also like further down the line when she's actually doing the exams and kind of going through her whole like high school life, then she'll realize like, oh, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Because like I think
you're right. And
even up to like the end of high school, you kind of like try to figure out
you're right, and that's kind of what kind of pokes a hole in what I was saying, what you were saying earlier. Is like going through it, like you shouldn't go to film school. You shouldn't go to I feel like university. Personally, I'm like it didn't work for me, but you meet friends.
Yeah.
You meet people, friends, and I mean friends that you work with in the future. I have friends like that I like still work with or like are creative as well, and we still talk because we went to university together. There's also like you said, experience like sitting in an exam and really because I thought I wanted to be an accountant. Like really that feeling of like, nah, dude, like I don't want anything more than film. Like anything more than film. Anything other than film.
Other than film.
Yeah. So I was like that did open my eyes because at one point I was like film's just a hobby or like this world is just a hobby. It's just a hobby, and by doing school. By going through it, that's when I was like, nah, it's not just a hobby. I when I do that stuff, there's a different energy I have than when I do this stuff. So I get school can help like that, but to spend fucking money to figure that out is kind of annoying.
It's like it's whack because like you think about it too, like
Oh my, sorry.
they like OSAP and all that stuff. Like you go into debt hoping you get like some sort of job or some shit.
Do you think school started? This is a weird
Yeah,
theory.
no, this
Do
is
you think school started like okay? So you know how there's millionaires or even like people with like not that much money who spend money on figuring themselves out. They'll spend like 10,000 to go like road backpacking or like go to like India and meditate and travel, eat, pray, love, and they spend so much money on it to be like, what the fuck do I want in life? Do you think school started so that really it was like here's like math, English, science, all these things, try them out, and it became a money thing because cult, like, sure, in a way, yeah,
like a cult.
Like, when it was smaller. But cults like what do you like? They're giving you a belief. School was like there's no belief. But the belief, it's more for you to go in.
It's like a test.
In a way, it's a way to find yourself. You know, like
it's like a capitalist entity that's keeping us down, is what you're saying.
No, but
that's what it sounds like. Some sort of conspiracy theory.
But no,
like, what the fuck is
wait,
that?
hold up.
Cool. No, my point wasn't even that. My point was maybe now it is. Yes. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, actually, yes, that's exactly what I was trying to say.
Fuck the free world. No, that's not that. No, what I was trying to say is fuck this capitalist world.
Oh man.
No, what I'm saying is maybe that's what it became. Sure. Yeah, I am bringing that energy in. Fair enough. That I feel like it became that it's like a capitalist like.
But it started. But again,
soul sucking.
You think about it, and like if you.
But what if it began in a just so people or kids whatever can figure themselves out?
Yeah. But I think if it's genuine. Like if you watched it, have you watched the B movie?
Jerry Seinfeld. No.
No, it's the B movie where it's
it's a B.
It's an actual B. Oh, you didn't watch it? Okay.
No, but Jerry Seinfeld did the voice is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So basically, in that movie, it just shows like the lifespan of a bee and stuff like that, but it also shows like us as humans, right? So basically, they go to school. They graduate, and as soon as they graduate, while they're graduating, they get pushed into like an industry, so they have to like choose like all these options, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like. I feel like back then, like maybe 1950s, and I say 1950s because like you had no choice. Like everything was so limited, like technology and all that shit was so limited that you had to go to school to figure it out. But then school was so like one of those things where we have money in the first world, right? Like first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have money over here. So they're like, okay, let's see if we can capitalize on it. It is like a cap. I'm saying I
wasn't saying it was true. It was just that.
No, the reason
deal sounded like.
but the reason I'm saying that is because I mean it makes sense, right? Like there could be teachers that, like for instance, you can go and teach somebody something for free, but like what are you getting out of it? Maybe just a good feeling.
Well, what I'm getting out of it, I guess, there is always like a pro. Like if how you started, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you got paid for certain gigs you didn't get paid for when you started working with ink.
Yeah.
But it was like. It was what I was getting out of it is like someone who's gonna help make this product look good.
Yeah, exactly.
Vision,
yeah.
Right? So I get there's like no one does shit for free in a way. Like it was free in the sense of like I'm not paying for this or you're not paying me or whatever the fuck. But it's like something. I'm getting your like creativity.
Exactly.
Paying creativity.
Yeah, but then it's like
I'd rather have that kind of form of currency than fucking.
With schools, it's weird though because like a lot of kids still come out retarded. A lot of kids still come out. I apologize for that.
Can I ask a controversial question?
Yes.
Nah, actually, fuck that. That's fucked up.
No. A lot of kids still come out in the sense of like
inexperience and
inexperience,
and also do nothing with their life.
Exactly.
100%, man. And at the end of the day, it's like the school can only do so much, right? Like if you're gonna just fucking smoke weed and skip class and like not go to class, or like. Not even that. Like I know people who did that and still actually made it out, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna just not give a shit and just be a bad attitude, then maybe you'll make it out of it not go anywhere. But that's more you personally than the school's fault, you know.
But then also, if you think about it too, right? Like you think about, let's say, I don't want to do anything with race or anything, but let's say classes. Right?
Sure. Okay.
So a lower class, and they actually have them where everything is like
you prefacing that now. It's like you saying that to begin the sentence, like the race thing is like whenever I say class now. I mean race.
I'm not talking about race, guys. No,
when I'm classes. Sorry, go on.
No, when I say class, in the sense of like, for instance, a lower end like neighborhood, sure. All the schools and like the graduating like percentage and stuff like that is way lower than let's say a kid that's in a higher end like neighborhood. And
but what do you think? What's the reason for that, or what's your point to that?
So my point to it is saying that like, for instance, we want to become a doctor, right? A kid that is in a lower class neighborhood, he can really want to like do a lot and get out of it, but the teaching system, like even the like curriculums and stuff like that are completely like they're different from like someone that is like in a higher class like neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like they have more tutors, they have more after school programs and stuff, and then that kind of like helps with the whole like, oh, they're not gonna be like kids that just like go off and do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so,
yeah, you're kind of stuck in your you're stuck in
your like your kind of
what's the word, man?
There's a word for it.
Justin, you're stuck in
it's not destined.
Your environment. You're stuck in it, and what I mean by stuck in it is that I don't mean like in a bad way, because some people do make it out of that, and you should still aspire to make it out of that.
Yeah,
but you're stuck with this stigma again because you're looked at like, oh, you ain't gonna do shit.
Exactly.
You're not gonna grow
exactly. So it's like they don't even care. Like it's a whole like society thing again, right? Like it's like society gives a fuck about certain like people and stuff, right? So if you're in this class, they're obviously gonna be looking at you like, oh yeah, take this job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then these guys are like, yo, you gotta work your ass off to like get even to that where you know. Yeah. So I feel like even like the time thing situation is not gonna show like professionalism. You know what I say? Like,
you're trying to tie it back.
I'm trying to tie it back.
But explain me. What do you mean by that, though?
So in the sense of like a tenured like person that is in the first class.
Are you talking about doctors, for example?
Yeah, doctors.
So 8 years of school.
8 years of school.
Well, what about it?
Let's say after school, right? 10 years he did that, right? Someone that has done it where they're out of school and they're in the like lower class.
But you can't even try to do it out of school if you want to be a doctor, dude. Like I get what you're saying.
No. Like they did it. They already like graduated.
They did 8 years medical school.
Medical school, but a lower end medical school. Let's just say like some.
Yeah, but I feel like again, I don't know enough about it, but come on, like a medical school at the end, if you get a degree to be a doctor, even if you're a doctor at a clinic in a lower end place, you're still a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
But you're not making bank like that.
I'm sure. I don't know how it works. I feel like all doctors make bank.
But it says doctor before your name, so you're laughing.
Okay, so let's wrap up the doctor topic. And
okay, so the reason I brought it up, man, was we really went to a fucking spiral.
Yeah, I know.
So my whole point was about the doctor thing or whatever is like to be in an industry, and that's why I brought my niece up is which she wants to be an optometrist.
Yeah.
And she wants to do so she has to go to school. Okay. If she wanted to be like a writer, a singer, or a director, I would have been like, you really don't have to, like, just get experience, right?
Yeah.
Doctor, even if she gets experience, you just cannot. If you want to be a surgeon or optometrist or whatever, you just can't do it. You won't get a job without that paper saying you've been certified. Facts. Right? So what I think is maybe at one point, you didn't need that certificate for that, but now you do. But I feel like a lot of industries, if they just like gave them more hands-on experience and less like time to like spend in a classroom and doing shit, it would be better for the. I don't even know, man. This topic got so fucking.
Okay, no.
It got away from us, man.
I don't know, but like you made a proper.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Go on. What point?
this point that you touched upon is the whole like it's basically saying theory and practical, right? Like a lot of.
We're working on a commercial right now.
Okay, that's so theory. So theory and practical. That's the name of it.
No, there's a couple lines in it that
he's like
practical.
Yeah. Because like the client's pretty dope. It's actually I won't mention any just in case whatever.
Free promotion.
They gotta give you a bag. They gotta give you a bag for that.
My 10 viewers. I have paid for my 10 viewers.
They gotta give you a bag for that. No. Okay, so no.
The box. They give me the box.
The box. Theory and practical. Basically, I was saying that some people need theory. Some people just like the hands-on is just not their thing, but the like learning through.
Yeah, but dude, like I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, your career is practical. Unless you're a therapist, but as I'm saying, a doctor or whatever, you kind of need to be practical. You need to like deal with humans and shit.
Yeah, but that's you
can learn theoretical, but you cannot perform.
What about a writer?
Theoretical. Yeah, but that's why I say fuck. Which that's a good point. Maybe that's what it is. A lot of our job is theoretical.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's like, why are you going to school for that?
Yeah.
Because
a lot of yeah.
It's a mix of both. I won't make that point because I think there's a big hole in that point. But you're saying theory practical, but it's like you can learn theoretical shit, but I don't know. 90% of things you do is you're on site doing it, like for a doctor, for a lawyer, like you can know the laws, you can know like the different laws, and maybe fucking in 2 years cram all that shit, but then start going to court cases and doing that. I think that'll
but with the doctor, it's like the things that you read up on and shit like that is like we would never know. You know what I'm saying? Like you can open someone's heart, but like there's some like specific like nerve you can't touch. and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. I really want to get off this topic, man, because I'm talking about something that I don't even know that much about.
No, I was literally gonna say, like, dude, we need to hop off of this because, like, someone watching, listening to this, like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, dude,
we're exposing our IQ so much right now. Like,
we're not exposing.
We're exposing how dumb we are.
We're not exposing how dumb we are. We're exposing how uneducated we are in this side.
Anything besides film.
Anything besides, and you know what? That kind of sells the fact that we are really professional amateurs, guys. And we know everything about film, but nothing else about anything else.
That's where this started from. I fucking mentioned the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
And then we spent like 20, 30 minutes.
So in film, there's no complete correct way to do something, right? As long as it sounds good, looks good. But for being a doctor, there's an exact way you need to do it.
But
he's right. No, he's right, dude. Okay, what?
I was gonna say, like,
there might be some creative solutions in it, but like
with film, for the most part, there is something.
What's the right or wrong?
Huh?
What's the right or wrong?
The right or wrong is actually understanding, like, human connection, right? Like, if, let's say we make a film.
Damn, Tristan.
No, I'm being serious. Like, let's say, for instance, you make a film. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 28%. The reason that they give it 20% is because a lot of things, like, for instance, like the sound or anything like.
No, but there's some movies that give 100% that I think are shit. And there's some movies that give 40% that I'm like, this is
exactly. But then
there's no right or wrong.
There's more subjectivity.
It's subjective. Yes.
But in being a doctor, it's more objective. Like, the guy's alive. He's fixed now, right?
You can't be like, I think the surgery went well, and the guy's like, no, I'm bleeding out. No, I think it went well.
He's dead. No, but I think it went well.
No, but like, no. Remember, like, if you go to like, if you watch any.
Grey's Anatomy.
Not Grey's Anatomy.
Scrubs.
No.
First of all, the GOAT doctor show is Scrubs. If anyone's like used to watch a show that's about doctors, that's the best.
No,
show.
Children's Hospital.
It's pretty funny.
Look,
Scrubs still.
I'm not talking about
better story than Scrubs. Scrubs is story plus comedy, dude.
All right, whatever.
What I was saying is, right, with doctors, you know how when they come out, like, look, we've tried the best that we can. We did everything we could. I'm sorry, but he's gone.
But they're still, that went bad, the surgery. They tried their best.
They tried their best.
But there was a right or wrong answer. The answer was he died. Again, there's not an answer. It's not an answer. Because if their condition is really bad, you can't do. There's only so much you can do, right?
Yeah.
But there was one way he could have treated that surgery or that thing.
It's subjective. Now let me stop. It's subjective. He died.
He was a bad man. It was Hitler. The surgery went bad. It was Hitler. That's a good thing.
That's where the alternative
I promise, guys, we're not high.
That's where it's
we are not high.
Okay.
Not smoke. We didn't.
I was going to say something about the film. What?
It's like, we're not high. Well,
but I am. I'm not. I'm just retarded.
I was gonna say something right now.
We all are, man. Don't worry.
We're not retarded. Again, like, it's all the that word is really triggering.
I know.
It's 2020. I feel like just go watch Borat and you'll be fine.
I had a point to make, man. Okay.
I'm sure it wasn't that important.
It was gonna be so good. I was excited to say it, man.
If you were excited to say
subjectivity, objectivity.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And just to kind of go back into film, that's why I want to make this point. Because now let's just focus back on the topic that we do know a little bit about.
Yeah.
Is okay. So I feel like, say there's a topic, right? A robbery, and a film topic, or give me a topic. Give me a movie that you like.
A robbery.
Give me a movie that you guys like. One movie.
Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby. Okay, sure. Okay.
I don't know what that film is.
Give me a movie you like, man, because then you can actually talk about it.
Forrest Gump.
You don't know that movie.
Forrest Gump?
There's no way you've seen Forrest Gump.
What? Shrimp. Oh, man. Run, Forrest.
Oh, you must have seen it. You must have seen it.
Run, Forrest.
He's a shrimp. You've seen it.
The way he said it too.
It's the black guy. The black guy on the boat. Bubba. Yeah.
Okay, so Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
It's based on a book, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's about this kid who's like this oddball, and I'm pretty sure they do show he's mentally challenged.
Yeah,
or artistic. Like, I think that's the point of it. An underline point is like that's who. And then he just went through a life and different experiences.
I don't know if they
never talk about
say
it.
They didn't full out say, but they showed it.
They make fun of him for it too.
Exactly.
Yeah. But my point is, using that, like, it's a story about a kid from his like being a child to like being like, you know, like an adult and his experiences, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that? From a child to experience, even as on some level, Goodfellas is that. It's about a kid who wants to be a gangster and then he becomes a gangster. It's about Harry Potter. He wants to be he feels odd. He feels like he's like an oddball out in society.
I mean, Boyhood, right?
Boyhood's great. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was a bit obvious, but yeah, Boyhood's a great example.
Okay.
Boyhood is like the best, not the best, but okay. So that was
Is
the point.
it, that's the actual like.
So you know what they did, right? Boyhood.
Like they literally filmed his whole
It's like following. Imagine you're the main character.
Yeah.
They followed for 11 years.
11 years.
Every year they would meet up, shoot a part of the script about his next year. But Boyhood's a great point of someone saw that idea and wanted to explore it in a different way. So the point I'm trying to make is. This is your idea. Yeah. This is a child, his experienced life from being a boy to being a man, right?
Yeah.
There are a million ways to do that subject. You know what I'm saying?
So it's subjective.
That's what I was trying to say.
Going back to it being
that's
subjective,
the point. And that's what I was trying to make is that in our industry is more like that, and that's why there's no right or wrong thing you can learn. Which I've been on set with people, and we know people, and we both have worked with these people that you're like I've been like, oh, do this shot, and he's like, no, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Because in a book it says that maybe you shouldn't shoot or the 180-degree rule.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, 180.
The 180 rule.
Yeah.
There's like so many rules that like in a book and film that's like, oh, you shouldn't shoot like this, or you shouldn't cover this. Or
the reason why they do that is because they base it off of how our reactions to it are. Because
I get that, man, but you know how many films?
No, it is
there's
subjective.
films that are like have won Oscars that have broken that rule.
But then it's like
that's what I'm saying. It's so subjective.
It is subjective to a certain extent though, because you think about it, right? The what was it?
I don't think there's any extent to it.
No. So basically, the film that they did in 48 frames per second. What was that again? It's Hobbit.
Okay, yeah.
Hobbit. They shot that in 48 frames per second, right? And it fucked with everyone. Reason being, again, it was subjective because some people liked it, some people hated it.
That's what I'm saying, though.
I know, but it's just one of those things where the main
no one saw it. People watched it and liked it.
Well, some people are like just being artistic. Like, oh my god, I love the different. You know,
that's subjective. Yeah. There's no extent to like, oh, it's kind of open, right or wrong.
Yeah, that is true.
Dude, like there's, like to me, like geniuses are the ones who like really not to do it on purpose, like just to be like, I'm pushing. We
should have never compared it to being a doctor. I feel like we should have compared.
Why are you going back to it? I'm like running away from it, and he's like fucking checkpoint. Like we're gonna go back to that.
No. The reason I say that is because like it could have been anything else. Like even the teachers being subjective. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like using someone's life,
Whoa. How though? Because 2 + 2 = 4. What do you mean teacher subjective?
No, like how to be a teacher.
Yes, yeah. But that's the thing.
But that's math as well.
The math is a subject.
Math is
subjective.
Math is not subjective. But like you could be a teacher in something.
2 + 2 could be 4 to some people, some to 5.
Boom.
You could be a teacher in something else and do different types of teachings than the traditional way
of being a doctor too.
But it could still be just as effective.
No, but I'm talking about the work. Like
what the outcome is. I know, I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's like you're not a subjective filmmaker. You're like the actual work.
Personality-wise, sure, you can be a different teacher, nicer or meaner. Doctor, same thing. What I'm saying is the way they're teaching it, they can teach it different, but the fucking end result has to be the same. Where I'm teaching 2 + 2 = 4.
So chef.
Chef is good. Chef is a good subject.
Oh yeah, but that's if you're talking about subjects like math, science, where there's an object. Like what teachers are in everything, right?
But that's what I'm saying.
He's saying basically the work itself is always there's a right or wrong answer to.
I think in teaching there's a right or wrong
to certain subjects.
Yeah, even to a certain degree.
Subjects is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what subject wouldn't be.
No, bro, no, he's right because
film.
But
business.
That's what I'm saying though.
Business.
The 180-degree rule. I just talked about it.
Business.
I'm agreeing with that fact. I'm not agreeing with the math fact. Like you teach math and it has to end on that.
I was using.
I can teach film as something. And
I was using math as an example because it's the most obvious one. You're right. Let's not use math. English, conjugating verbs and stuff. It has to be a certain way.
It has to be a certain way. But it's also.
You know what I'm saying?
But yo, one thing.
I get that part.
You hate admitting
it,
but
I'm also right. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Think of this.
You're admitting it.
No.
I'm right.
All right, go.
Sorry. We bring people on the show just to argue.
I'm like,
what do you think, Tristan? Like, get involved in our fights?
So no, I was gonna say one thing that is subjective as well as business, right? Like there is a right. I mean, there isn't a right or wrong way because like for us,
economics.
What do you mean?
Like I get what you're saying, but that's how you do business. It could be right or
no, but the outcome is the outcome. Like for instance, let's say you're pitching to a client, right? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying,
but in the world of business,
now we're being too like. Because here's the thing, I'm also thinking about like a real businessman.
Yeah.
Would use supply and
demand.
demand.
So it takes 10,000 hours to.
It would use a real businessman would use a supply and demand formula.
Yeah,
that's a
true.
Formula.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Business is different because like how I pitch to a client compared to how you pitch to a client.
It'll be different, and then
I think conducting shit is different.
Yeah.
How you do things is different.
Different, yeah. But the outcome is also different.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're saying. Business is also a class, like a subject that
exact filmmaking. Like there's no right or wrong.
I think teaching is when they're teaching it, they show you right or wrong. They don't say It's up to you. I don't think any teacher, unless
You mean
he's like
business?
he's Robin Williams for fucking Dead
No,
Poet
but like
Society.
think about when we do case studies and shit, right? Like in business class, there's no like he goes based off of like what you're telling him, like, oh, okay, like maybe Johnny should have done this differently or whatever.
I think you can't hand that project in. You have to be like, Johnny should have done this because S was this, D was this, and X equaled this. So the revenue and the net income could only add to this. I don't think any teacher's like, give me like a ballpark answer because you feel that this could have been.
It wouldn't be a ballpark.
If it's a business class and I have to talk about how Johnny sold lemonade and to make profit, he had to sell 8 glasses to make.
That's going back to math. That like I'm saying in a sense of like, let's say for instance, Johnny does have to sell 8 glasses of lemonade, but how would he market himself? You know what I'm saying?
So marketing, you're saying?
Yeah, but like marketing, because like
marketing in business.
Because like you think of it like Johnny could go out and run around and talk to a bunch of people and sell 8 glasses, or he can do it online where he just like posts like, a photo and say like, oh, each glass is like.
So I'll give you an example. That's why I don't want to go too deep into this.
Yeah, we don't have
example. Say marketing is even one of the classes in this business class, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's 3 ways, which honestly does kind of pertain to us because there's 3 ways we can market.
Yeah.
Guerrilla marketing, where we just like show work in different places or give us handout. I always had this idea of like putting on my reel on a USB and just handing it to agencies.
Yeah.
And that's kind of guerrilla, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like traditional marketing on the radio, be like, hey guys, buy
like out of home stuff like billboards and all that stuff. Yeah.
Or there's Facebook marketing now, which is massive, which is like we create.
That's a whole. What's crazy?
But how much data is in that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so my whole point was in a class, they won't just be like, you can do any of these.
Yeah.
It's up to you. They'll never say that. I think at least in a class, I think they'll say this. It depends on your industry. If it's a millennial industry, like it's fucking even the client we work with, Puppy Gang, like you get dog food delivered to your house. Is like an older person really gonna do it? Maybe a certain type of older person. Obviously, I'm not saying no to it. There's everyone, all ages are clients.
But it's more so like
but who's it targeted towards? Then right there's a right answer. They won't say just go and do whatever the fuck you want to do. All these marketing ideas. They'll be like, first there's a formula. Create a target audience. Then that target audience create like subsections.
But that formula wasn't created, no? So the reason I said it's subjective is because like think about it for a second. Like for instance, social media marketing. Social media itself was built like probably like within the last like 10, 15 years.
Sure.
Right? And with marketing now in social media, that was just recently created. Now they're creating subjects on it. I mean, they already created subjects. I know,
but I get what you're saying. But my advice would be to someone: go and do it and figure it out. Learn these things. You can even learn online first. You don't need a class for this shit. 100%. You can literally Google what target audience, all this stuff, demographics, and like figure out how to work it. What I'm saying is, in a class, back to what I was trying to say, they'll say there's a right and wrong way. Because every class, at the end of the day, to get that certification, that degree, that diploma, you got to do a test that you get marked out of 100.
Okay.
How the fuck do you get 90 marks? Not by being like, this, I would do this. A teacher, unless it's an essay question, but even then, the way we were taught how to do essays is like, make sure you hit these points in this essay, and then I'll give you a mark for... That was literally, I think, grade 10 English. Grade 10 English. I need to take English again. Grade 10 English, where it was like basically, I remember like we had to write a paragraph or an essay or whatever, and it was read the short story, write an essay or talking about it. But dude, it was like you get marked out of 10 for this one long paragraph project. And you have to have an introduction, 3 points in this paragraph, then a conclusion. I'm having flashbacks. Until this moment, I forgot about that.
I actually used to love English. I'm not gonna lie.
I had some grade 12 English. I remember writing like an essay on Shakespeare, and that it was fun because what I did was I watched the film that they made on that Shakespeare thing, and then I wrote the shit out of the essay on that, and I got a great mark because I was just like talking about the film. But my whole point was but see, that basic, that just evolves. So even in marketing, they're like, you write this essay on how you would handle it, but you got to hit this, and then I'll give you a 10 out of 10.
In filmmaking, there's nothing like that.
I don't think so. And I feel like people who think there is are people who go to film school, and I've worked with people who go to film school, and they...
So what's the point of film school?
We talked about this, man. We're going in a circle. I think personally.
Other than the networking part, I'm saying like the actual like theory and all that.
You still learn. I mean, Brian, I think he's a great filmmaker. He's a great editor. He went to film school. I don't think you're a lost cause if you go to film school. I'm not saying that. If you're smart enough, you can definitely take the work for it. And honestly, I think the reason Brian's good though, because his film school, he got to make films. He did. He made film on film, actual film. You know what I'm saying? So he did all that shit.
The whole process.
I
think that's another thing too, right? Which I'm not gonna talk like a lot about, but like the old way of doing things versus the new way of doing things, right? Like those two kind of make up like what being subjective is.
I guess, sure. Like, but I feel like even back in like 60s, there were directors who were like, or 50s or whatever, or 60s. Yeah, where they were making films out of film, but they had a way of doing it where like people wouldn't agree with. There were some crazy directors.
That's why you look at certain people back then and you're like, oh shit. I mean, if they did that now, it wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying?
But there are some who I think are ahead of their time, and those are the ones that don't that are subject. Like some directors back then were fucking with the rules. They were like, no, yeah, 180 or I keep using 180 as a rule. It's not the only rule you break. That's the one rule.
He's teaching you guys like that's the only thing.
You gotta break that rule all the time.
Yeah.
There's so many other rules, but and so many not rules, but even ways that they say you should do things or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's directors who went beyond that and kind of created their own formula, and they I feel like were ahead of their time. And those movies are the ones that stick with you the most. Like like the different people that those movies now still stand. Well with all these other films coming out, and
people still people actually look to those to actually create their films too.
Yeah.
So you're right. And cool. Yeah. So off that topic, we're gonna go to the next one, right? What's the next topic?
Oh shit, he's hosting it now, eh?
No, I'm just saying.
What are we at right now?
Yeah.
45
minutes of BS?
Yeah, we didn't talk about anything.
No, we did. We actually.
I'm kidding, man. This guy's like trying to save his episode.
Like, guys, look.
No, we talked about Roddy Rich.
We talked
about Roddy Rich. Yeah, that is true.
That was a long time ago.
I feel like if people, go through this episode, they're gonna be like, okay, they make sense here, but whoa, why they drop so deep? Why they just
the ROI on knowledge of football? It's like,
whoa.
There's going to be an IQ meter through.
There's moments.
Literally. Okay, cool. And then so, I mean, we're not gonna talk about the 10,000 hours, right? So we keep talking.
Well, he's stressing out, but relax. He's kind of trying to get like, oh my god, how much time's left? I gotta get more shit out.
Oh, I just realized I have 221 minutes
of recording. Yeah.
Guys,
now he's gonna talk slower.
Let's get comfortable.
Now the real shit starts.
Now
you can start recording. See, now they're comfortable. Now we record.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Okay.
I gotta go now, man. Sorry.
I just thought this was 220. No, we're pushing it to 3, so we're good. All right, cool. Let us. Adele. Never mind, I'll find someone like you.
Copyright.
Yo.
What's
he
up?
did not.
Ivan did not go to film school.
He did?
He did not. Nope.
What did he say?
Nope.
Okay, that's him just saying.
Did you go to film school? Nope.
I mean, look.
Depends what you mean by
film school. That's why I said with the Russians. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you deviated my you just put on this Russian. Russians don't really know what film school is.
No. I'm not trying to die.
We joking.
I'm just.
Anyways, my point. You fucking deviated the whole topic.
Wait,
earlier, because you were like, oh, he went to film school, so your point doesn't make sense. Anyways.
Yeah. No. I agreed with your point. I was just saying
eventually,
that.
But no, my thing was, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to go back to that topic.
Nope.
But no, yeah. So film school he didn't go to, right? Sorry,
okay.
I kind of had a lull there. I'm having a text of a meeting tonight with Sikik and the team for the edit we did to do a review.
Oh, how's that going?
So it's going pretty good, man. I'm excited. It's supposed to release next Friday, so I'm pretty happy. It was going to be this Friday, but we pushed it by a week.
So you finished it? Or
it's like 90%. Color's not done. That's why we pushed it. We want to get color done by
Clinton?
Yeah. I kind of want to text, but I can call him after, I guess. Yeah, cool.
Be like, hey, bro.
Hey, bro.
Give me like 5.
Say all sensual like that.
Give me like 5 minutes. This is fire. It's like, anyways, what you say?
It's a mic, yeah.
No, ASMR, yeah.
Oh, ASMR.
Yeah. Because I never listened back to like how, yeah, I heard that.
That's gross, eh?
Filmmaking ASMRs?
Filmmaking ASMRs. Okay, so filmmaking.
Filmmaking. So tell us, what you been doing recently? What's your project?
So Free Creates, right?
Free Creates.
This is my like 30
This is your plug. Yeah, go.
Look here.
Hey guys. So Free Creates, if you think about it, is more so like actually I have a term. I have a whole spiel. Sorry guys, I was prepared.
He's got a script for a web.
I was.
It's something Tristan has just started recently.
Yeah. No, guys.
No, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to screw it up. Yeah.
Let me
the about section. Click about section, and this comes up.
Yeah. So let me give you the spiel.
Link in the description.
Yep. I'll give you the spiel.
Link in bio.
Yeah. I'll give you the spiel so that
This is YouTube, not.
Stop saying spiel.
Okay, sorry.
Hey man, say what you want.
It's a free world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically.
Create whatever you want.
Why is this not showing up?
Free create.
Ooh.
Talk about yourself while you look it up, like who you are. What do you do?
What I do?
You tell him.
Look it up.
Adil, you tell him who he is.
Yeah, you tell me. Please.
What do you think of him?
Subjective.
Go.
That's subjective.
No, it's objective.
Okay, so basically, right? Okay. Whoop, not that one. Anyways.
Pull it out. What the hell? After all that shit, do
okay,
the fuck, man.
okay.
Read it.
I'll actually pull it up. Sorry, my bad.
You know how much this guy does this every fucking time? Yo, I saw this video. I just want to show you. And then fucking like he'll look for it. And then I think what happens is he realizes while looking for it that it's not a good video.
No,
and then he's like, I don't want to show you.
No, I actually have it here. Sorry,
Alright, action.
It's actually my bad.
Wait. Are we good?
I had my eyeglasses, but yeah. Action. Okay. Hi guys. So just so you know, so Free Creates, right? Free Creates aims to elevate rising talent, nurture their professional growth, and provide them with experience and connections necessary to excel in the industry. Being,
Sorry.
So it's like also being a director under Free Creates studio means each director must have their own creative style. So basically saying that you find a bunch of directors, or it doesn't have to be directors. You think of Sessler, for instance. Sessler. It's like a representation company, right?
It's an agency for.
It's an agency basically.
Directors you're trying to make.
Well, it's more so like creatives that are what's the word? Yeah.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Because I feel like what Free Creates is now is what I wanted at one point for Ink to be, but there's only so many legs you can stand on.
So.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it? Because I used to always use the reason I'm saying the Ink thing is because I used to use this reference. Tell me if this works.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like?
Yeah.
This is my favorite reference for this.
Okay.
Analogy. Is it kind of like Professor X's School for Mutants, where you want to create this world where, like, if you're creative, you come be a part of this. We have different directors, all this, but it also to give you experience and give you basically it's like a film school that you don't gotta pay to be part of, and
it's not a film.
It's not like you're teaching them, but you're giving them experience.
So it's not the reason why, because you think about it, right?
Though, you're giving
I try to go back to like when I started, right? Like for instance, I was supposed to go to film school, TFSA, right? And then I was like, Toronto.
TFSA.
That's like
oh my god! Oh, sorry.
Tax-free savings account, motherfucker.
The reason I said TFSA, dude.
Because you've been worrying about money?
No, it's because literally last night I saw like some money or whatever like go into my tax-free savings account.
Okay.
And
he's just flexing on us right now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, the reason I'm in TFSA is
no.
money on my mind.
I literally
got money on my mind.
Sorry. TFS.
Sure.
TFS.
Yeah, go on.
Not the A.
Okay.
TFS. So Toronto Film School, right? And basically, I realized like when I went to the interview, I'm like, yo, I learned this on YouTube or whatever, right? And like they were going through it one class.
You have to go through an interview process for TFS?
Yeah.
How does it work? Like, walk us through it.
So basically, you email them or whatever. You say they ask for your like reels and stuff like that. You email them, and then they say, okay, come in for an interview. They talk to you and stuff, and they give you a walkthrough. The one thing is that the interview is BS because anyone really that has done anything in film, like especially in Canada, like in Toronto, can get into films.
Yeah, but
because
isn't that what they don't want to like? That'd be kind of mean if they're like.
No, they do want it to be like that where it's
prestigious. I don't think so.
Yeah. Trust me.
I think they're just trying to take people in who are curious and passionate.
No, well, I mean, it depends because you still have to. Because the thing is, it's pointless, right? There's someone coming in and they don't know any. Like, let's say, for instance, I've never done anything, no drama.
But that's what I'm saying. Though, they'll say no to that person, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you've done something and you've done.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I did. Like, I just sent them whatever I had. Like,
And that's all they care about.
Yeah, they do. So you go in there. Now I'm losing my point. Oh no. What was my point again?
So TFS, the process?
Yes, exactly. So basically, the process is I went in there and I was seeing this guy teach and he was talking about like C-SANS and shit. And I'm like, I know about this stuff.
How old were you?
This is like 4 years, damn. 2016. So
you were 12 years old?
Yes, exactly. I was 18. I was 19.
I'm kidding, man.
I was 18.
You were 18, so you're 22 now.
Yeah, 22.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, I went there and then when I was there, I was looking at everyone and seeing like they're talking about lights and all of the Kino flows and all that shit back then.
So many. If there's anyone watching this or listening to this that's like over like say 30 years old or like even like late 20s, it just went fuck this guy.
Why?
When I said 22, he's like fuck this guy.
Oh.
So many guys internally.
Oh, why do we say my age?
So many guys are like fuck this 22-year-old kid.
Why
Sorry,
say my age?
Go on.
No. So I went there and basically like. They were talking about like sky panels and Kino flows and all that shit, right? And I remember like me for the year before that in Florida, just like studying all that shit. And then when I went, I'm just like, what are they really teaching these people? Like, why can't they just go and save that 30,000 or how much ever a term, like, and fucking just do it themselves on YouTube and shit. And then after that, I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it myself. And then obviously, I was shooting with no name drops, and then came to the studio and stuff like that.
Okay, right. Oh, right. Yeah, that's a big name drop. Yeah.
Because then I'm not trying to get it. Yeah.
Well, I really don't get the issue in that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anyways.
Who is it?
Huh?
Who is it?
So his name is Jeffrey Gorman.
Hey, you can actually talk about it? I don't get it.
No, I can. I just don't,
That's a cool topic though. Like, is it cool to see what happened? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, cool. So the reason why I just said, okay, basically, I was shooting with Alligator, and see, that's why.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, you went to You want to talk about it?
Yeah, so we're in high school and all that. Blah, blah, blah.
But it's interesting because you worked with him, and then it's like you learned working with him almost.
Yeah, working with him, and then just like working with a lot of people from school, right? Like I came back, and then I didn't connect with a lot of people back in high school, like that were in my high school. I connected with a lot of people that I was just chill with, and so him, for instance, he worked with me at McDonald's, and like we would talk about music and stuff. I was like, okay, this is where I should kind of get myself into. And then coming to the studio, and then meeting you guys, like all you guys after that day. You, Abdullah, UQ, all you guys, and from there, building like a knowledge base of like what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole industry. I feel like if you did that. Sorry, my brain just like farted for 2 seconds. Literally farted for 2 seconds. No, so the whole $30,000.
You're basically.
I'm basically saying.
It's kind of funny how like.
No. I actually found it. I found it.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I found it. So basically, I was just going back because literally I farted, but I got it back. The scent went away. Yeah, exactly. Basically, I'm saying that's what free creates is. I'm trying to take it out. That whole like,
I fucking said that. I literally said that. I'm like, you're like a better version of a film school in a way, because you're like, come connect with people, network. It's not a school, you're not teaching, but you're like, you can create, come be part of this. Like,
but then also it's giving towards people that can't even afford fucking film school.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
like because a lot of people.
Professors exit School of Mutants. You're a mutant. You want to figure out how to use your powers. You have creative brains.
Yeah.
That's the reason. But the reference I was making is Professor X's Mutant School.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to make with my company too, but I respect what you're doing because you're focusing solely on that. Mine was like, I got to make it into like a video marketing company first, right? Exactly, so I can make money and then create the school environment, right?
It's kind of like when I spoke to you about Empower Canadian Creatives.
Way back, yeah.
Yeah.
So my point is this. And I want to use an analogy because I fucking think it's a good analogy,
okay,
right?
Yes.
So in that world, you're Cyclops. You have laser eyes. Yeah. In our world, the comparison is as a kid with ideas and he loves film and he's like, I want to make something cool. Yeah. Now you don't know how to do it because you need experience. Just like Cyclops couldn't control the eyes thing. So they were like, you need these glasses, and then also now you got to train. So the glasses aren't enough. Now you got to be like, how do you aim? How do you do this? So again, how do you learn that? By doing. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So then cut to our world where it's like, you're a filmmaker. Yeah, you have this idea, you have a script. So what? What's the next step? How are you gonna do this? Now come be on our set. We're doing a music video this weekend. Come be on the set. You're gonna be a PA today. Yeah. Or come on the set. You're gonna actually gaff because you're pretty good at lights, but you don't know how to direct. That's what I was gonna say. Oh, you're good at this, but you want to be a director, but you're good at another thing that you want to use on our set to figure out that environment. Yeah. And you can learn. You're learning how to aim your laser eyes, and then eventually you direct. Sometimes the director's already good. Like he knows how to. Like Wolverine already knew how to use his claws and shit. Yeah. So I'm a director. Oh my god, that Wolverine fucking just dope, dude. So I'm a director. So I'm not a gaffer. I'm not new. Yeah. The gaffers are actually pretty experienced usually, but I'm not a junior in other places. I'm someone who's already directed stuff. Yeah. I have a creative style. Yeah. So I'm Wolverine. Yeah. I got claws. I know how to kill people. I'm sick with it. What's your purpose? But exactly. I'm Wolverine, but I still don't know how to harness everything. Yeah. And I don't have networking. I'm a loner. Yeah. Oh, that Wolverine fucking thing. That's directors. That's directors that you're trying to get on your board as well, because you're like, yeah, you're creative. Well, come here. We got networking. We got people with the same passion. That's where here's friends for you to grow and become dope. If you realize like the whole freak, that was actually good. That was good. Yeah, that was good. All right. So with Free Creates, if you realize like after the studio and all that was built, and not even just a studio, that was happening around the same time. Like me, like thinking, okay, well, cool. Like I want to do more for people than obviously me, right? Like because you think of yourself, I guess. Too, exactly. Right? That's I always tell people that. I think of like when I started, I was like, oh shit, like I really want to do this, but how is it gonna be financially? Like how do you? And then once I got to the point where I was like, I'm talking to like people that have cameras for cheap. Like the other day, I found this guy that has a classic, RE Classic. We could get it for like 3 days for $300. That's pretty fucking good. Yeah. So it's like just shit like that. You can just get it and then give it to one of these guys, right? And like then guy was trying to get better at directing. It's like, and then you're producing it still. You're overseeing it. You're helping. That way they're not like out of control. Like you know what I'm saying? So that way I know, okay, well, cool. He has to do this with the camera. He needs this person to help him. You're speeding up that process. You're like that thing of like we're talking about doctors. Like you have to go 8 years medical school. You're like no. I'll give you 2 years of medical school. Even if it takes even if it takes long, I was thinking. No, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like it might take him longer if you don't help him with that RE. And not even just the RE, sorry. If you don't produce and help him get a a proper project done.
But it also might not just take them longer. It might discourage them if they.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
yes.
like a lot of people just feel like their parents and shit like that throw them off, and it's like, oh, don't do this.
Well, also, I don't know about you, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I've talked to other creators that feel this way. I don't know about you, but that discouragement of like when you do something and it's not great, if it's just you doing it, you do feel like, fuck, man, am I in the right field?
Yeah.
But if you have someone there, like, no, dude, this is normal.
Yeah.
You're there, like a big brother almost in a way. Where it's like, dude, like, yeah, it's okay. Next one will be better. Like, just to have that environment.
Oh, man.
Because in the beginning, I was just doing shit by myself. And I know you were too.
Yeah.
So if you do something good, you feel great. If you do something bad, you're by yourself. So you're like, fuck, man.
And if someone tell you, like, oh, that's okay. Like, dude, the other day, Yusuf, you know Yusuf?
Yeah.
He literally sent me on his Snapchat. He's like, oh, drop. He dropped all his courses, right? I'm like, damn, nigga, that's even I was like a bit like, whoa, that's a big move. And then he's like, yo, nah, I had to talk with my dad and stuff like that, and I really want to, you know, like focus on in this industry. And I'm like, bro, it's gonna be the best choice you've ever made, because even if you fuck up, even if you go broke, even if anything happens,
he's just like, wait, what? He's like, dude, this is great. You're gonna go broke. That's what he's hearing. No, he's hearing like not hearing like even if he's like, you're gonna go broke. You're gonna fucking be on the streets.
Oh no, 100%.
But hey, you're making films.
100%. No, but it's more so of the feeling, right? Like you're going to school and doing all this shit, and you're just like, fuck, why am I here? Oh, that's why I want to have a family. I want to do all these things after. But then you're hating it so much that you don't even know, like, halfway through what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But with film, a lot of people, like creatives in general, you can't hold it back from them, right? Like they still want to create, they still want to do this. But parents and all that shit, like, has a big impact on them. So if they have someone like, you know, again, the reason Free creates is like someone to kind of like not just make them be like, yeah, fuck your mom, fuck everybody, just like do your shit. It's more so like kind of helping them be more so optimistic, and understand that you can do it if you like kind of, you know,
kind of like Professor X's School of
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like Hogwarts.
Exactly.
Kind of like all that shit.
Exactly. No, but that's
a good analogy though. Come on.
Yeah.
Just fucking say it.
Yeah, it is. Okay, it's really good.
It's still mine. I'm gonna use it for ink. Cause that's what ink's gonna be. We'll do a partnership. We'll put money in. You put money in, and we'll make like a school.
Exactly.
And then I'll be Professor X, you Magneto. So Shotty Magneto. I'll create it and then I'll dip and I'll fucking attack it. And I'll get like rogue filmmakers.
But yo,
I'll get rogue filmmakers. The cool thing, evil ones.
The cool thing is, it's not like there's no competition in a sense of like, oh, you did this. You know what I'm saying? It's more so like, yo, it's dope that you're doing this too, because like once these directors are fired, like when they come.
We're talking about the industry.
No, industry. Like, no, like let's say for instance, how people sometimes think like, oh, why is he doing this? And then you're trying to do that as well. It's more so like if you guys both do it, it's like you can help each other.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I fuck with the whole ink and Free create situation, right? Because then, you know, networking in general, we save more money, save more time, save all that. Like that
just depends on energy, right? It could go the other way. It could go the other way if you're a dick or I'm a dick. I'm like, fuck this guy.
No, but then again, it's like
just energy.
Yeah, but then
it could go that way. It's just I think what helps is we were friends and we worked together before.
Exactly.
If I didn't know of you and then I saw you were doing this, and
then again, it's one of those things that if you didn't see me, right, then you wouldn't probably care as much. You know what I mean? Like if for instance, Kid Art. Kid Studios. Kid Art is a director. Kid Studios, right? If like I don't know, like you know them, like are you close with them?
No. I know people that have worked with them, but
yeah. So it's not like anything that's like you thinking about, right? Like it's like, oh, fuck them. Like they're just.
No, I get what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
I get the point you're making, but to me, Kid Studios is inspirational.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, basically,
but I think I really think that's a choice you can make. I think someone else in my position can also look at Kid Studio and be like, fuck them.
Yeah. But a lot of people are like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like what you're saying about knowing or not knowing.
Yeah.
With you or with them, I could have a different energy.
And honestly,
that's true. Dude, I'll be fucking blunt, man. In this industry, there's so much moments of insecurity.
Yeah.
The most that'll come from is like, fuck, what am I doing? Like this person's killing it. It'll be more like self-flash, and then sometimes it's like that's.
You want to do more
because you're like they're.
It's motivating. It's motivating.
It's motivating, but again, depends on the energy because that same feeling of like, what the fuck am I doing? I could use it into like a harness into a negative power and become Magneto, like an X-Men, right? Instead, I'm gonna be Professor X and be like, nah, let's get together, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, you can harness that emotion of insecurity, and it can come out very nasty, dude. It can come out like fuck everyone else, blah blah. And I've seen that.
Yeah.
But if I can turn it into like, and I brought this up with Devo. Devo was on the episode, and I was talking about the age. That's why your age came up too. You guys are young, like 22, 22, I think both of you.
Yeah, we're both 22.
To me, there is that feeling of, and it used to be more before, like, fuck, man, like I did, and when I was 22, I wasn't doing this shit. I fucked up and shit. But then I'm like, I could think like that and be harder on myself. Like when I was 22, why didn't I do this shit?
Yeah.
But I could look at you guys as inspirational.
Yeah.
And be like, being around you guys reminds me that why I got into filmmaking. I see you guys like have wins and losses, and the way your confidence is compared to when I have a win or loss is different. Yeah, my confidence gets shot sometimes completely. If I have a loss and if I win, it goes right up. It's very toxic like that, I guess, or radioactive like that. But with you guys, it's like I can see you guys understand losses. If there's something you're like, it could have been better. But there's this other way of looking at it where it's like, okay, well then I guess the next one has to be like this, you know? Which I used to have in me, but it's changed as I grew older. It's like this, you have this weird societal like pressure. But I like to remind myself that, dude, even if it's a loss or whatever, the reason I got into this is the fact that I get to do this.
And the easiest way to look at it is like you look at any like big celebrity or anyone. Let's say Kanye, just because like he lost the election. I mean, he wasn't even a candidate, but for instance, like they still go through like crazy big losses, right? But they still push. And I think it's more so thinking of us as like we take an L, and a lot of people just like go down on themselves like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go back to school or whatever. Like for instance, Kanye, he's gonna still run again in fucking 2024. Reason being is because like he knows,
which is why
it's like having a vision. It's more so like you can see beyond like the loss. Like, you can see beyond what you can see beyond what everyone else sees, basically.
Well, you have to realize that your begin all end all whatever it is isn't about the wins or losses, right? Because wins or losses will come.
Exactly.
Your journey isn't gonna be, shouldn't ever be.
But the wins and losses is your journey, right?
Your journey shouldn't be monitored only by that. Like the journey is but it's not a win or loss. Isn't like changing your route ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Does loss happen? Okay, keep
the loss
going.
has to happen for that route to continue.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. The loss is a step. People see the loss as a ditch. The loss is a step.
It's a step. You know it's literally like if you like the steps are being colored or whatever, like green, red. Like you can go green, red. Yeah. And then you're like, oh fuck, that's not that step.
The color just changed, but still a step.
But you just gotta bounce back quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like you bounce off of that step, or if you stay on that step too long. Yeah, but no, I'm saying you use that step, but don't stay on it too long. Like don't cover your head with that loss, right? So you know how like
instead use it to go to the next step.
But then you know how in games, right? Like let's say for instance, you stay on that red step too long, it falls. Like you ever played a game like that where it's green, then red, and then falls? That's the analogy, right? So you go green, you can stay on those steps forever. I mean, like, and then go to the next step, obviously.
But those greens turn into reds.
Exactly.
If you stay on them for too long, because it's just the red ones.
And then the red ones, and when
they're quicker to collapse.
Exactly.
Green one will still collapse,
but it's gonna turn red. Yeah, exactly. So
the green
it's
will
just
turn red in 10 seconds.
Yeah. So you take, and it's like saying like appreciate your achievements and stuff like that, but don't
moment.
appreciate the moment, but
all
don't don't all that good stuff, but don't look into it too much, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna go into the topic too much because we have to wrap soon. But what we're talking about also does make me feel. That's how I feel about 10,000 hours. By the way, we brought up earlier 10,000 hours. The whole saying is if you spend 10,000 hours on a certain skill or something, you basically become perfect at it, or just great at it, or
maybe you don't become perfect at it.
You become great at it. Is what it is. You become like 10,000 hours. Yeah. I'm just saying what the quote is.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying what we feel about it. That's the quote. I think those 10,000 hours are 10,000 of those steps. Yeah. The greens and the reds. Yeah. Now the only way you can get to the 10,000 though. Is you keep going.
Keep going.
So, like my friend had this thing of like, if you spend 10,000 hours on basketball, will you become LeBron James? You know.
Yeah.
It's like only if you also have that passion to keep going. Because I could spend 5,000 hours. Yeah. And there could be 1,000 hours in a row of losses. Because I have like bad days at the gym. I have like fucking like. I'm in a league and I'm fucking losing.
You gotta be fucking sprinting up those steps at that point.
You can't even get to the 10,000 hours if you don't have that natural passion in you. Yeah. The talent might not be completely natural, like whatever. But I think if you can only get there, it's not like, oh, so anyone can do 10,000 hours? No, because not anyone will. But if you do those 10,000 hours, it means you're meant to fucking make those 10,000 hours and become dope at it. You will only get there because you have that passion.
And then it's like 10,000 hours, right? Like you think of it as a whole. People say that you become, again, professional or whatever, or you're a pro at it. Instead of that, it's more so like after 10,000 hours, you realize like, nigga, I got no choice now. Like you're 10,000 hours deep. Like, bro, this is it. Like this is actually what I'm doing.
I feel like you should feel that same thing at 2 hours.
Well, no, 100%. But I'm saying like at that point, you're just like, yo, I'm amazing at this. You know what I'm saying? Like in the steps, you want to keep going.
Well, at that point, that's you're breathing that. Yeah. Shit. If it's basketball, you're breathing basketball. So you're like, this is my life.
This is my life. Yeah. And 100%.
And you want but you got the 10,000 hours. I don't think you'd get into something for 10,000 hours.
If you don't realize that 2 hours, you fucking like it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like once you get to 10,000 hours, I don't think you'll get to 10,000 hours and then be like, no, like this.
Yeah. No.
You must have gotten here because you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's because the passion wasn't there. I think it's because you did it for money.
But then
if you spend 10,000, there you go.
See, so that's like a lot of people actually right now.
Spending 10,000 hours on something,
school and like all of that.
And then
they look back. So the thing is, after 10,000 hours, they look back at it. It's like, fuck, if I stop this now, what the fuck do I do now? You know what I'm saying? So they continue.
Now they're really stuck in it. Yeah.
And then they die, and it's like, oh man, I hated my life. You know?
Jesus Christ, that was so morbid. Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't want to regret it. So
it's like an anti-doctor episode. Like, you want to die sad? Be a doctor. But then also please treat me though. But someone be a doctor though, because I need my boo-boo to be fixed. Like,
no, it's just like understanding that you have to realize, like, after a while, you realize kind of like what you like.
To encompass everything, I think we're trying to say that do what you do for love.
For love.
For the love of it. Don't ever do it just for the money.
No, do what you do for love. No, do what you do for love. Like if you want to fall in love. Like So if you want a girl.
So that's not in the fuck shit. This joke is gonna become like an hour-long topic. Fuck that shit. We'll do that next time. Because I got a lot to say about that. I got a lot of my broken heart's got a lot to say about that.
Yo, okay, cool.
No, okay.
My broken heart. This guy.
You want to get on this topic? Put another memory card in there. Charge that battery up.
Do what you do.
We're gonna talk about broken hearts.
For love.
For love.
For love. Jessica.
Who the fuck is Jessica? Rick and Morty. You didn't watch Rick and Morty.
Maybe.
Okay, what I was trying to say is not do it for love. Yeah, sure, do it for love. At the end of the day.
Do it for the love of it.
But do it for the love of. Do it for the love you feel. For that craft.
For the craft. Yeah.
Do it for the money. It's so cliche, dude.
But then bro, the whole doing it for the money joint, like that's why I don't.
That's pretty cool too.
No,
like, no.
But
that's pretty cool.
No, I feel like a lot of people look at it and they're like, oh yeah, do it for the money. But yo, you realize money comes and goes so quickly, right? That yes, you can stack your money or whatever. And rappers.
And honestly, man, here's my. Sorry, go on about your rapper point.
You really wanted to hear what I was going to
hear the rapper point. Yeah.
Like no, rappers just like most rappers, they rap about is like stacking the bread and all that stuff, right? It's all those little things that we hear every day, kind of teaching kids like, oh, just do it for the money, just do it for this, do it for that. That kind of like throws you off from what the actual passion is, right? Some people, like for instance, rappers, like they do it and some fall off, or they just stop making music because they made a lot of money. They didn't actually like that shit. They just got into it, they got lucky, and then they continued doing it.
What I was gonna say is do it for the love of it. Yeah. And that doesn't mean no to money.
No, yeah.
That was, I should have said that, like, oh, don't do it for the money. Yeah. Because sometimes your love is money.
Money.
And I get that. Yeah. And I mean, what I mean by that is not really the money. It's like, and I have that feeling sometimes too. And I love making money.
Yeah.
I love the fucking. I love acquiring money.
Yeah.
I love doing what I do on the business side of things, because on the creative side of things, I do it for the love.
Yeah.
And I do have to remind myself, dude, that's not always a business.
Yeah.
But on the business side of things, man, I'm not gonna lie. I love closing a deal.
Yeah.
I love going to a meeting and doubling the budget because I made them understand why we needed more budget.
Exactly.
But also the business part of my brain's working now.
Yeah. But that's the business. That's the business. That's the love of business. And then the love of the film.
Yeah, so the love of making money. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. When you have the love of making money, it usually comes from a place of like, I like making these moves to like, like I'm sure Warren Buffett loves stocks because he likes that fucking gamble feeling, or not even the gamble feeling, but like putting money into the right thing at the right time and calling it like.
But you even closing a deal is because like you like filmmaking, right? Like. You get what I'm saying? Like basically, like if you didn't like filmmaking, what's the point in you closing a deal?
Well, it's easier for me to close a deal because I'm so passionate about the product.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what I'm selling, I'm so passionate
about. Like if you're doing it just like fuck, I need to close a deal. It's like you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I get you, but I'm just saying like you said, the rappers. Some people get into the industry for the money.
For the money,
but 100%. They do a good job of it. Because they only care about the money. So they're like, I'm gonna make stuff that makes sense for me to make money off of.
Yeah.
And that they're thinking of like business. So.
But then if you see how like fucked up a lot, like rappers that are sipping lean and doing all these drugs, it's just to cope up with a lot of like other insecurities that they can't kind of hide, right? Because like if you think about it,
I think that's a different.
That's a different day. That's a different.
I'm talking about rappers. That's more like.
They're actual rappers, not like hood.
Well, it depends, man. Honestly, because the guys who do drugs and stuff, like you said, it's not just for the rap. It's like they have their own insecurities, other shit going on in their life.
Yeah.
So they start doing drugs and. That's just part of the music. I think it got too labeled with it that if you're in rap, you do lean. It's more like you do rap and also you do lean or whatever because you have your own shit going on.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? I'm saying like the rappers who like, I think Nipsey's a great example. Yeah, he's a rapper, but I think he was so into business where he got into rap to be like, I want to make money to help the community. So that was his other goal. It wasn't just cash. It wasn't just like I want to make racks, but he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make racks.
So that,
but I have a purpose beyond this, and that's why I'm doing music as well. I'm not just doing music because I just love. This is what I'm. Again, I don't know the history of Nipsey. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I feel like he had more of a purpose for rap besides just the passion for music.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm going to use rap to help the world. In a way.
That actually kind of sums up everything that I kind of like do is to like, you know, the filmmaking and stuff is cool. Like
comparing yourself to Nipsey.
No. I'm not comparing myself to Nipsey. I'm just saying like the idea of it. Because like for instance, you like film, you love film, and you know a lot about film. If you ask me about a film, like certain films, I don't know what the fuck the film is, right? But I love the creativity. Like I love creating, and I love like looking into like colors and lighting and the look of everything, right? As a a director, right? And I could still do that. But at the same time, your outlook on it is like, I love creating films. For me, it's like, I want to help others create that film. You know?
So I'm more selfish than you. Okay.
No,
I get it. Yeah.
No,
I just do it for myself.
No, I still love the whole process.
Gandhi, I'm fucking Hitler.
No. I'm saying I still love the process of it. I still love doing it. But
your passion comes from a different place.
It comes from 100%.
Your passion for this world, for this film world, is not from the point of. For me, it's like, I want to make Raging Bull. I want to make fucking like something like I want to make something that makes people feel the way Inception made me feel.
Yeah.
I want to contribute in that way.
Yeah.
I want to give people a way to watch shit, be entertained, and like zone out of their world.
Exactly.
That's what I want to do. Exactly. At the end of the day, the end goal, right?
Yeah.
Your end goal is I love film, but I want to do it so I can do this with the community and the world and all this. Yeah. I get it. You're a better person. I get it.
No, I'm not saying that. That doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you a person.
Come on my show, talk shit to me. I'm not kidding.
Justin, you're there. Am I talking shit? That's not talking shit, right? That's just me saying basically like he loves.
You're not talking shit, but you're a better person.
No, I'm talking shit about myself actually because I said like I barely know films.
I'm kidding, man. Of course, bro. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I totally get it.
No, because then I roasted myself.
But that's a solid point, though. It's like everyone's. Like you may be in the same industry, but for different reasons, almost.
It's like Debo. Did he talk about him like wanting to do documentaries and like stuff like that? Yeah. So that's just it's kind of like that same thing.
Yeah, it's like you're doing it for different reasons. I totally get that. And it just comes down to like we might all love film, but that passion, because passion can come from a different place. Of course, we're not all going to be passionate about film in the same way because it's subjective. That's the name of this episode: subjectivity. Fuck, that's all we talked about. But I totally get that, man. And it's cool. That's like as long as that passion, yours is community, mine is making films, for example, drives you to get to those 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours, you do it. Just
you would get to 10,000 hours if you more than just because you like film, more because of your cause of like I want to make like.
And even if there's a point where you question yourself, you remember what the purpose is.
Yeah, my purpose when I get to get to those 10,000 hours is like because all I want to do is make dope films for the world to see and feel good and like just fucking get entranced, even if it's a scary movie or a funny movie, whatever I make. I want them to see it and just like. Zone out from their like problems. Just sit there because that's what.
But you know how crazy that's what.
Because that's what film gave me, dude. That's what TV shows gave me when I was growing up.
So you want to be able to like kind of like send that out. What I'm thinking about is like 10, 20, 30 years from now. Imagine making a movie in like holograms. Yeah,
I know the next generation of filmmaking. Which is gonna be like not just film cameras, like it's gonna be like VR films.
VR, because even right now, I'm just saying like imagine for you like you'd have to like think about how you're transitioning into that as well.
It's like the old filmmakers when they go from film to digital.
Yeah.
It's like
a lot of them don't.
Imagine 10, 15, no, but some fair enough.
A lot of them don't. They stick to it because like.
But I feel like in 20, 30 years you kind of have to make. But okay, they don't go to. You're right, but they still go to Netflix now.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, it makes sense because everyone. So imagine having to make a hologram film because it just makes sense.
Yeah,
it could be a different story, but that's very interesting. Yeah, like to adapt to the times.
Yeah, because then that your passion as well, right? It's like
Well, yeah, as long as I have fun with it. If I do it and I'm like, I don't not like making hologram films. This is not what I got in this for.
Exactly.
Maybe I won't.
Because as a kid, like you growing up, like that drive and that passion, it's like.
But I don't I don't see why I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, it's more so because like, does it give you that same feeling?
Well, we're talking like I just made a hologram film and they're asking me.
No, I'm just saying because like as a kid, you've watched like films and shit like that. Actually.
No, for sure. But what I'm saying is.
Maybe you think, oh, fuck, that's fire.
Well, no, what I would think, first of all, I'm hoping fucking before holograms are done, I've made films already, and I've made films that I'm happy with. And then at that point, I'm like, I've done that, and now I want to contribute to this hologram world and make dope films for the new generation. Like I'm fucking 60,
so but
the kid is like 10 years old. I'm making it for this 10-year-old who's born in
so it's not free.
20,
it's not
30, 20, 40.
So
it's for
again.
them. But still, I'm like, I'm putting a piece of me in this hologram. So it's still my creativity, my world. I think I'd be okay with it unless
the new age.
The only only way I can see myself being like, fuck that shit, is if the making of the film is just not fun. And I can't really be creative because you have to be so technologically whatever.
That's fuck. We didn't even talk. Hopefully we have a part 2. We know we definitely need a part 2. The reason I need a part 2 is because like we didn't even talk about like being on set and shit like that. Like
we gotta talk about that experience of like
So
what time we at?
We're I think.
We should wrap because you gotta head out. You gotta go to your meeting.
I got like 8 minutes.
He's too busy, bro. He has to go to a meeting.
No.
8 minutes to be there?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You have to be there in 8 minutes, like technically.
Yeah.
Where is it from here? How far is it?
Oh, it's next to my house.
Yeah, well, you'll be 15. A little late, but.
Well, no, the reason, and also it's one of those things where it's just like, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's cool.
Let's talk about that for now, for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
All right, anything before we leave? Anything you want to talk about? When's the website launching for Free Creates?
It's actually technically launched. The one issue is that basically Abdullah didn't put any of the thumbnails
calling
yet.
Him out, eh? Just calling that
Abdullah. No, no. He basically we have to like basically do it ourselves. So just waiting on
2021. You think or before?
Probably
like January or before?
Close to 2021.
Yeah. So and Christmas.
Great. Yeah.
Ink's new website's launching
exactly. I know that.
All right.
I'm waiting.
Competition.
And then also and then also like with the studio too. Like that I think is like being launched around.
Yeah. Everything 2020 is gonna end with a lot of launches. So 2021 is like a big one.
I feel what's dope is too like that we have like all 3 things kind of encompassing in one
Cube Studio, right?
Yeah.
Studio.
Yeah. Because it's so fire, man. Like being all of us like being able to like connect.
It's important, man. Like I think to really you have to nurture creativity with other creatives around you.
Yeah.
Like you really because creativity is all about that. You have to have different perspectives, and I like seeing how you handle certain things, how Debo handles certain things. I have expertise in certain things I can help with.
Exactly.
So there's so many things I love that. Yeah, 100%. It's like I always talk about like we really need to wrap this, but it's like Wolf of Wall Street, Scorsese. Phil, you know that movie?
Yeah, of course.
Scorsese directed it.
Yeah. Jonah Hill,
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
So like the thing is, Scorsese is homies with Spielberg. Homies with like Francis Coppola that made Godfather.
Yeah.
They're homies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even on Wolf of Wall Street, one day he's like doing a scene, Spielberg visits the set, sits on a director's like second director's chair, and they're just chilling. People are acting.
Oh wow.
Spielberg's also giving notes, being like, "Why not?"
Really?
Imagine I'm fucking directing a fucking like $100 million film. You come through, you're chilling there, and you give me an idea, like just to not.
But then it's been like that a few times too, like even like lighting wise or like this or that,
which I feel like that's how you make the best thing because you have that energy of like accepting of like and not closed off like fuck you, this is my film or fuck you,
idea,
this is my thing. And I like that
because it always like bro once it's elevating it like why not, you know what I'm saying, like
you're just being selfish, but unless the subject of the film is very like personal and you're like I have a very certain way of doing it, I get it, but even then I think collaboration should always be going.
Yeah, that's true.
On the note of how dope collaborations are, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
Anything? You good?
I'm good.
All right, cool.
Great. It was actually fun, and just is like, yep, it is time. It's time, guys.
All right, guys. Hopefully, you're gonna be back for sure.
Yeah, I will. And I wanted to say like, hopefully like halfway through the podcast, I think we should put like the second half first and then flip it where the first half is.
It's not about doctors. How about we talk about editing this after we cut right now?
But technically we can edit this as well.
Nah, I'm gonna leave everything unfiltered, dude. This is raw pro-am, professional amateurs. All right, that's it for today. Yeah, you good?
Why you say raw like that?
Raw.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
We raw.
Okay. Right. Yes, that's a wrap on professional amateurs. I am Adil Shamsi and
I'm Tristan Challenger.
And we are out.
Yeah. All right, peace.